Today, we have member statements from the honourable members for the District of Conception Bay South, Mount Scio, Mount Pearl North, Lake Melville, Ferryland. The member for Conception Bay South.
Hear, hear. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to acknowledge a very passionate volunteer from Conception Bay South. Ms. Coralie Dodge of CBS earlier this year visited Gambia in West Africa, where she participated in her third shoebox distribution associated with the Samaritan's Purse. She began her volunteer work with this organization in 2009, and since then it has been her passion to place as many shoeboxes as she can in the hands of needy children. Thus far, she has provided about 2,000 boxes herself and had the privilege of distributing boxes in Costa Rica and Uruguay. Coralie is very passionate about this ministry and shops all year long for sale items and bargains. To offset some of the expense, she worked a second job, but having to deal with a bout of cancer, she had to restrict some of her activities. Today, she is doing well physically and always maintains a happy, positive attitude. Seeing the joy and appreciation on the face of these children inspires her all the more to keep on doing what she enjoys doing, which is putting a smile on the face of a child. Mr. Speaker, I ask all honourable members to join me and congratulate Ms. Coralie Dodge for her continued dedication to making our world a better place. Thank you.
The honourable member for Mount Scio.
Mr. Speaker, I rise in this honourable House today to recognise Mr. Robert Lamb, a dedicated volunteer from my district of Mount Scio, and I'd like to thank Mr. Lamb for joining us today in the Speaker's Gallery. Mr. Lamb has been volunteering with numerous community organizations since 1974. He was inspired to get involved at the age of 19 when he saw a community council ad on a local TV station. Over the past 45 years, Mr. Lamb has been an active volunteer in Goodwill Centres, nursing homes, hospitals, radio stations, and with the Red Cross. Mr. Lamb is continuing his efforts in the new year, getting involved with the Habitat for Humanity Restore and undertaking a 15-week training program through the Alzheimer's Society of Newfoundland and Labrador. Most notably, Mr. Lamb has been nationally recognized for his commitment to volunteering. In 1996, he was awarded the Governor-General's Caring Canadian Award, and in 2016, he was presented with the Sovereign's Medal for Volunteers. Selfless leaders like Mr. Robert Lamb are critically important to our towns, cities, and communities. Their dedication and enthusiasm enables our community sector to thrive. I ask all members to join me in acknowledging Mr. Robert Lamb's volunteer commitment and contribution to our province. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member from Mount Pearl North.
Mr. Speaker, the Duke of Edinburgh Award Programme is an international personal development programme for young people ages 14 to 25, regardless of gender, background or ability. Introduced in Canada in 1963, the programme currently attracts over 30,000 participants annually and is operational in all 10 provinces and 3 territories. To qualify for an award, participants must undertake a balanced program of leisure time activities and meet prescribed standards in 4 different areas of self-development, including community service, adventurous journeys, physical fitness, and skill development. Mr. Speaker, on November 26th, I had the opportunity to attend the Bronze Medal Duke of Edinburgh Awards ceremony, honouring some very deserving young men and women. Over the past year or so, these young individuals have been involved in many challenging and worthwhile activities under the direction of committed volunteer leaders. In speaking with participants individually, they told stories of personal growth and commitment as they embarked on the various challenges and opportunities. Mr. Speaker, I ask all honourable members to congratulate Curtis Edwards and Desiree Dollamont from Mount Pearl North, as well as all other candidates who were presented with the Duke of Edinburgh Bronze Medals. I wish them well in their silver and gold medal pursuit.
The honourable member for Lake Melville.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I stand here today, Lake Melville is engaged in a huge effort that 2 weeks from now will deliver some 300 Christmas hampers to those less fortunate in our communities. Participating in this tradition over the last 45 years is more than an appropriate way to put all of us in a spirit of goodwill, and it started with one man. Roland Shears was a popular high school teacher who taught mathematics in Happy Valley Goose Bay for many years. He believed in volunteering to support his community. In the 1970s, he brought together several church projects to create one extensive Christmas hamper program. Named in his honor, the program continues under the organization of his wife, Jean Shears, Max Butler, Paula Daw, and Sterling Curl, who work with the Ministerial Association and the current chair, Kimberly Beers. Toys are collected by local schools, churches, and the bargain store. Clothing and food fill an ambulance at Labrador Grenville Health, and the CBC and Labrador Friendship Center organize a turkey drive. Just a few examples of how dozens of organizations are involved. I ask my colleagues to express their appreciation to all involved in the Roland Shears Memorial Christmas Hamper Project that ensures no one goes without on the 25th day of December. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable, the member for Ferryland.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to congratulate a constituent from my district, 17-year-old Kathleen Murphy of Torscove, on being crowned Miss Achievement Newfoundland and Labrador 2019-2020. Miss Achievement Newfoundland Labrador Scholarship Program is the province's largest program for young women, which awards individuals for academics, promotion of healthy living, public speaking, community service, volunteer work, environmental awareness, and performance-related talents. Kathleen is very involved in her school and her community. She is the co-founder of the Environmental Club in Mobile Central High School. As well, she is the co-president of the Student Council. She takes part in many other extracurricular activities such as soccer, hockey, Girl Guides, and tutors at school. Kathleen was privileged to get the chance to compete at the School Cheerleading Worlds in Orlando, Florida, and recently given the opportunity to MC at the 2019 Junior Achievement Business Hall of Fame. I would like to recognize two other participants from our district, Caitlin Boyle and Brooklyn Kenny, on their accomplishments in this program as well. Mr. Speaker, I ask all members to join me in congratulating Kathleen Murphy on being crowned Miss Achievement Newfoundland Labrador 2019-2020. Thank you.